Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. No luck with that dink over the top. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's through here. It's Snyder! Played in, but this time surely! Hakimi can clear it away. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. Well look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Ronaldinho. Shapes to shoot! Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! And here's the chance to counter. Hakimi is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Ibrahimovic is herring after that one. Zanetti wins the duel this time. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Closing, and the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Ibrahimovic, and he's intervened well there. O'Shea. Roberto Carlos. He's being urged to shoot. Beraldo. 30 minutes gone. Good read, needed to be. Ibrahimovic. Always onto this. Now it's Messi. Messi! Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Oh, he's been caught napping. He's having a hit! Too close for comfort. Rijkaard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Messi. He's going for goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Cruyff. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Ronaldinho receives it in a wide position. Takes a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
That is good alertness. And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, no joy this time. And the keeper's... And Messi! Goal! Inter! And there is your opener. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Miami really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
In he goes again, and that's in. They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Ronaldinho can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Tonali. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Looking for options for movement. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Miami have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
It's a goal kick. And that is a little undercooked. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Ferdinand with the slide tackle there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's gone for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Marquinhos. O'Shea. Ball played for Rijkaard. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the finish! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Inter Milan have their lead. Oh, nicely intercepted. Here's a sharp little ball here. Snyder! And the ball's come loose here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Out of play for a goal kick. O'Shea. Schneider. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Eto'o. Totti. Oh, sweet feet. Shot could be on. And again! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So the lead now is 2. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now they can spring out of defence. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Pinches it off him.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. The ball has bounced loose now. Ferdinand. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Rijkaard. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear
everybody,
night,
and
all the
welcome to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Oh, easy pickings there. Tonali. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. More and more pressure on the ball here. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is.
And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to...
It's Snyder! Oh, it rattles the bar! And he's had it nicked away. And it's Rijkaard. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ibrahimovic! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. Silvestre attempts a clearance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Cruyff. Xavi Simons. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Snyder. Now it's Cruyff.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Miami are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Can he get it through?
And here's Ibrahimovic.
And that's a good ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it goes for a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Simons. He's had it taken off him.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is lovely.
And this is Schneider.
He's had a shot! Schneider! Brilliant! A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Number 8.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
It's Eto'o!
Now that is commitment to the cause.
it might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Snyder. That is a great pick out. He's free, he has got space. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Good ball, good take. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's looking wide. He has found the way through. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really.
Shot a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi, he's going for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's managed to get free. And he's cut it out. And he's there to clear it. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Miami really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Inter Milan get the ball rolling in the second half.
Miami have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Beraldo. Ronaldinho. And that pass just didn't quite work.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just...
Can he finish? Goal! Inter! And they're back in front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's Simons. It's a great chance! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hakimi. Can he latch on to this? Showing good feet. Schneider. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rijkaard. Tar. Rijkaard. Now it's Cruyff, and this is Ibrahimovic. The ball has bounced loose now. Beraldo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He is through here. Ronaldinho. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for options for movement. He's onside. Oh, that's nice.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And this is Totti.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Tonali concedes a free kick for that. Roberto Carlos. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And it's Tonali. Tonali going forward. Eto'o. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. That's tidy.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Messi. And it's Schneider. And he's intervened well there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. Schneider. Played backwards here.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of the defence who were just getting beaten way too easily on so many.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game. Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, he's playing beach football on the grandest stage of all.
The entertainer.
He leaps for it!
Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Simons,
And here's Eto'o. Eto'o will not want to lose out here, not again. Eto'o! Oh, nearly. And he's forced to go back.
oh, Red, nice interception. Not the most accurate pass. Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here, one each for now. And it's Tonali.
Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. Ferdinand.
Rijkaard. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Ferdinand.
He shifted it to the flank. Crosses it into the area.
That's a sharp pass.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
And here's Cruyff.
And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
He's had it taken off him. Zanetti. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rijkaard.
Here's the team's great visionary. Cruyff.
Spread it left. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get onto this? Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Roberto Carlos goes short. Roberto Carlos. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tar did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ronaldinho. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rijkaard. Now it's Schneider. Cruyff. Schneider. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space. And he thumps it clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, that's been intercepted. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Knocks it out wide. Cruyff. Oh, great leap! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Now the cross. Oh, good effort. Oh, it rattles the bar. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Schneider. So what can they make of this? Now it's Cruyff. And here's Cruyff. Now who's going to be first to this? He's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Great ball, shot at goal! He's scored!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So we have... And we've reached half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Goals, goals, and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Messi. Simons. Now this could... It's Eto'o! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Tonali, and Inter now could counter-attack. He's shifting through the gears here.
Ronaldinho clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Eto'o.
Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nice physical challenge. Rijkaard. And it's Zanetti. Tries to play it through. And this is Messi. Zanetti hangs in a cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Zanetti. And it's Simons. And this is Eto'o. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's been cut out, well played. Schneider. That's Rijkaard. That has been slung wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ronaldinho.
Such good technique.
Ronaldinho! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive. Inter Milan with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Roberto Carlos. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Schneider. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space.
Miami really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Cruyff. That's destined for the flank. Schneider. Schneider unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Zanetti. Tonali. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
Ronaldinho. 5 minutes left on the clock. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rijkaard. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Zanetti.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That has been cut short. Hakimi. Messi. That's an imaginative pass. Can he latch on to this? He's picked his way through. And the finish! And that's a tidy finish. And there we have it, the two... And that's that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Good take, and is he in? Zanetti. And this is Messi. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He leaps for it! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Aimed beyond the defence. He has found a way through. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Oh, easy pickings there. So what can they make of this? Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hoisted in. Terrific effort! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Can he latch on to this? Thinks about the shot. He's gone direct here. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. And it's Sneijder. Messi tries to play it through, and he's managed to get free. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Tonali. And here's Ronaldinho.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Sneijder, Eto'o, Sneijder, and this is Eto'o. That's very neat. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither of these two want to come off second best. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Sneijder. And it's Tonali. Xavi Simons. It's a good foot in there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Eto'o. Here's Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tonali defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Eto'o receives it in a wide position. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And it's Tonali. Beraldo. And this is Eto'o. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Eto'o. Messi. And he's lost his man. Big chance! Messi. Xavi Simons. And it's Simons. Tonali. Ronaldinho. Now Tonali. The ball has bounced loose now. Eto'o. And the counter is on. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Now it's Sneijder. Well read, nice interception. Hakimi. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Security staff for each
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Miami clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Showing good feet. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Ronaldinho. Tonali. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. Schneider. It's Schneider! Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Ronaldinho succumbs to the pressure. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! How they've waited! Now they have it!
Goal! After 62 minutes is number 13, Lionel Messi! Lionel Messi! Lionel
So the
Messi!
first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Quality ball. That's good running with the ball. Beraldo has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Tonali. And the shot's on here.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Eto'o! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's an excellent interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And here's Messi. Xavi Simons. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Eto'o. Now they can break here. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, well played.
Miami clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's a real chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And it's been taken short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cruyff. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the pass is intercepted. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Beckham. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. Nicely spread. Quick look, then plays it in.
Miami really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Cruyff. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi tries to pass it through. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal did...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, that's superb. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Snyder. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Doué. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Eto'o. Kalulu. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Simons.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Rijkaard.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Simons. Doué! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And it's Ronaldinho. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Ronaldinho really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a good foot in there. It's a throw-in. Tonali. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the counter is on. Tar is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Doué.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Now it's Eto'o. And it's Messi. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tonali. And it's Doué. Now Beraldo. Simons. And here's Doué. Looking to play him in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Zanetti. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And it's Tonali. Oh, there's a probing ball. Eto'o purring through the gears. And this is Ronaldinho.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Eto'o going face to face with this great... It's Eto'o! Oh, the ball's... In he goes again! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And it's Doué. Xavi Simons. And this is Eto'o.
Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's had it taken off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he's not getting past him there. There's a quick free kick. Doué, and he skips past his man. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Thinks about the shot. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the... Here's a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
In with the challenge. Tonali really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Schneider, Ibrahimovic, and there's a goal. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Beraldo. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's clever. Tonali. Great defending, strong and determined. He won't be happy with that one. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ronaldinho. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And now the breakaway. Marquinhos. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Well, they've got it again. Zanetti. That is a great pick out. Ahead by two and just about into the home straight. Played out to the left flank. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get it through?
Substitution.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
And that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Schneider. Number 13. Messi.
Eto'o.
Number 5.
Now it's Ronaldinho.
Rijkaard. Coming on the field.
Ronaldinho.
Number 21.
It's Ronaldinho!
Number 7.
Totti, who needs just a moment to score a goal.
Francesco Totti.
Nicely intercepted.
Number 23.
Distributed
Beckham.
tidily.
There will be 3
Messi.
minutes added time.
Good run down the right.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Totti! And it's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. The
And
end of the
now,
game.
please turn towards the
Reflections?
screen.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening
Hello,
here.
everybody,
A clear
and
night,
welcome to
all the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Now it's Messi. Ibrahimovic. And Messi!
It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Delivers with whip.
OK, it didn't quite come off, The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome. I'd really like to see Ronaldinho given freedom on the left flank here, Peter.
Yeah, the idea being that, of course, he can make good use of those dancing feet.
Yeah, and playing out wide just gives him more room and allows him to come inside onto his stronger foot, either to shoot or to link up with those who are congregating centrally.
Great vision.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's picked it up out wide. Simons! Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Ferdinand. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's definitely not his best. Schneider receives it in a wide position, and he whips it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. So we're still where we started right now. And here's Cruyff. Now, can they get... Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that should get the job done. And it's Roberto Carlos. Beraldo. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos goes short. Roberto Carlos. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. And it's Messi. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
And the finish! Goal! Inter! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Searching pass he's played there, and he plays one through. And it's a corner.
The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now they can spring out of defence. Schneider picks it up out wide. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Miami certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Beraldo, spread to the right.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Schneider.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
And he's well positioned here. Tonali. Now he's got space here. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tonali. Tar is the guilty party there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Beraldo knocks it into space. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Cruyff. And this is Ibrahimovic. Tonali. Now Simons. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running. Terrific effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
And it's Tonali. And here's Eto'o. Ronaldinho gets into a good position. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Ronaldinho. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Simons. Ferdinand did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Tries a measured ball. Ibrahimovic!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He is through here. Messi gets on his bike and shot a goal! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. That is good alertness. Messi, who does have an assist to his name. Beraldo with the slide tackle there. Floated through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Tonali. And here's Ronaldinho. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Tonali. Shapes to shoot! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Number 21.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Oh, what has happened here? They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cruyff. Now that's a lovely exchange. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Totti. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Roberto Carlos. Messi. Now it's Schneider. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Totti. Messi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is expertly dealt with. Schneider. Messi. And here's Ronaldinho. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, nice touch.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
And now,
Miami desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. There's a beautiful simplicity. He's had a shot! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So, a breakthrough already. And now the breakaway. And here's Forlan. He's played it back. Messi. Owns beyond the defence. Zanetti. Now, can they get him away?
That's good play from him.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. In with the challenge. Schneider, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kalulu. And it's Simons. He can run onto that.
Miami are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Driving through the middle. Chance for a shot! And that's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like
welcome
that.
to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
Figo is really quite unique, Peter. I mean, his technique is flawless. A winger, but with the vision of a real playmaker.
Essentially the complete package.
Yeah, you would certainly call him that. A truly magnificent player.
And this is Messi. Now, can they get him away? Cross goes in there. Impressive jump! It's a quick ball upfield. That has been slung wide. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Vieira. Araujo. Now he's off and running.
That's positional gold. He utilised...
He's rising! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. Certain, searing and imperious.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And here's Roberto Carlos. It's a really well-measured ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not again. It's Schneider! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Ajax are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Messi, spread neatly. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pull it. Threads one in. And here's Haaland. O'Shea. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cruyff. Oh, that's well spotted. That'll be a corner. It's their second corner of the game. That's really well cleared. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. He's a sharp little ball here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Cruyff. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pull it. Figo. He has found the way through. Now here's the delivery.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Schneider.
And here's Cruyff. O'Shea. Looking to play him in. Messi finding himself in space. Great chance! Holland! That is brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Perfect timing, perfect chance! Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Pepe. Aimed beyond the defence. He's through here. Picked out brilliantly. And he's managed... Can he finish? That was superb goalkeeping.
Sneijder actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, he's having a go! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And that's been won straight back. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Messi. Figo. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he spark a counter here? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. And it's half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Oh, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real...
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense. Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Pull it. Ambitious ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Ferdinand. Rijkaard. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space.
Ajax clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Tar. And it's Messi. That's Rijkaard. And it's O'Shea. Sneijder. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's found a way through. Haaland. And that is headed for the... Terrific effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Messi makes a move down the right. And they win it back again. Now it's Figo. Figo. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, no, what has happened here? Delivers the ball. Oh, good climb. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Messi. And it's Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. In by Ibrahim. He leaps for it! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Cruyff. Great ball if he can get there. Schmeichel claims comfortably.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Referee's given a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Roberto Carlos. Number 14, Messi. Number 21, Johan Cruyff. Number 8, Schneider. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field.
Here it is, crossed in.
22,
Nice interception, well timed.
Number 10, Hazard. Number 18,
Tar is very much of the nonchalant pass school of defending.
Number 13,
And it's
Bergkamp.
Forlan.
Substitution.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Just a quarter of an hour to play. It's a searching pass. Totti.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Short changes him with that pass. Totti. Hazard. And here's Bergkamp. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Bergkamp. Pass somewhat off target. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. Bale's cross. Oh, great leap!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Araujo with the foul. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Araujo has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lam. 2 minutes to be added on. Spread to the right. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, they've got it again. And he's gone backward here.
Well,
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep-lying position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Can he get it through? Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well played. Ferdinand. And the counter is on. Tar. And here's Ibrahimovic. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Schneider. This is a promising build-up. Messi, and the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Schneider.
He's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shoots! Goal! Manchester United!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And here's Roberto Carlos.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Miami really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Ball looks a good one.
Takes a shot! Oh, good finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rijkaard. Tar.
Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point.
Oh, given away.
That was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Cruyff. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now?
And it's Gullit.
Now it's Seedorf. Šeško.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, Red, nice interception. Pele, that's a cute ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Throw it. Out again for a throw-in.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tar. Could be danger here. And Hullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. And it's half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Miami really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's good vision. Šeško! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And the pass is intercepted. Pull it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And here's Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Pele looking to receive it in space.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Messi. No, he's not getting past him there. Šeško. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nicked it back promptly. He's a sharp little ball here. Hullet plays it in. Corner given. And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Seedorf. O'Shea. And here's Ibrahimovic. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That is good alertness. Cruyff. Rijkaard. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Schneider. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Roberto Carlos. There's the header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's Schneider. Now there's Cruyff! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Messi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, it's a great ball here. There's the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Toure gets it clear. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. Oh, that's delightful. Quick look, then plays it in. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Hullet. Not the most accurate pass. Ferdinand. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he welcomes it in. He's onside! Ferdinand. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Time for a change in personnel.
Hullet. Number 15, Seedorf. Number 13, Pele. Coming on the field, number 14, Bellingham. Number 20, Vitinha.
O'Shea.
Number 25.
That's destined for the flank.
Hazard.
Good ball over the top. Bellingham is onto this. Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy.
Has been indicated.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And it didn't take him long. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
Yes, oh, he's having a go! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ferdinand. Now Saliba. Tries to play it through. Kubo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Can he finish? Eto'o. Messi. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's found space here. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Schneider! Nice interception, well timed. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Ferdinand. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Eto'o. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Hazard. He's dealt with that really well. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver. Oh, shooting chance! Boy, he struck that clean. Now it's Eto'o. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's a fair try, but just off target. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's in on goal. Look at the space here. Cross, he's rising! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal. Tries one from range! They've got to be quick to recover this.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Now it's Neymar. Messi. And Yamal. And that's another good win of the ball. It's Hazard! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This their second corner of the game.
well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Ibrahimovic wants to run onto this. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Sneijder. Yamal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He is just caressing the ball. Azar.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he get on the end of this? Played in by Roberto. He leaps for it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. Terrific effort! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Sneijder going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Messi. Now it's Yamal.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
It's a pretty loose pass. Kubo. Great vision.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Hazard. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, he's been flattened there. Thuram. Not the most accurate pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi running with the ball. Showing great feet there. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Referee has just said play on. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Foot in. And it's Sneijder. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Thuram. Saliba is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Roberto Carlos. He has found the way through. Eto'o. Eto'o! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Eto'o actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that was somewhat errant. Well, what a waste that one is. Ferdinand. Araujo is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Now it's Neymar. Tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos pings in across. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Kubo. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, nicely intercepted. Yamal, Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Has a look and plays it forward. Big chance! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of...
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Ribery.
There's the shot! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Ribery.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And no, that was never going to make it.
Now it's Ribery. Inzaghi! It's in!
And they're threatening to fly away here. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He won't be happy with that one.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. Schneider. O'Shea.
Bellingham, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Looking for a runner.
Floated through.
And this is Inzaghi.
Ribery.
Cafu. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Tries a shot! Yes!
They are purring, truly purring. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Como find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It has been an extraordinary start to the game. The gap already 3. That's where it came from. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tries to play it through. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Schneider. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's been slipped through.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rijkaard knocks it into space. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Mbappe. Bellingham. That ball looks a good one. No, again there's no way through. This looks promising. Schneider, lobbed in behind. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Messi. Bellingham. And for the first half, that is that. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Miami really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
So what can they make of this? Rijkaard. And it's Schneider. And this is Ibrahimovic. Schneider. It's a promising position. Bullish header! Off the bar! And that is doing no harm at all.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Played out wide. Shapes to shoot! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Impressive jump! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Real chance! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Has a look and plays it forward.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Roberto Carlos, and he welcomes it in. Chance, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And this is Schneider. Deftly away. That's been one straight back. 60 minutes played. And it's Schneider. Schneider really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some.
And he shoots! And that's in! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Como are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Cruyff currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Messi. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. O'Shea. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos. Nicely weighted ball. Ferdinand cuts it out. Ribery is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he get it through?
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's looking wide. Oh, good-looking ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ferdinand pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. O'Shea. Out towards the flank. Cafu made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Not the most accurate pass. It's a searching pass. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Filippo Inzaghi. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper.
Miami really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Snyder. That's a little off target. Great vision. Oh, no joy this time.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Tar. Rijkaard. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners...